No club can claim the kind of history that Real Madrid has. We were the team of the century, and no one can do better than that. There isn't a team in the world that can get close to us.
Madrid tried to build on this golden era by buying the biggest stars in world football. Every year, President Perez made sure he secured a megastar for Real Madrid. But this Galactico culture was kicked off by the most controversial purchase of all. Luis Figo was signed from Barcelona.
Impossible. Maybe if you were from another part of Spain, Zaragoza or Bilbao, then you could go to Barcelona for 4 years and then to Madrid. That's difficult enough. But for players like us who had been at Barca since we were 12 years old, impossible.
Nevertheless, Figo, idol of Barcelona, made the move to Madrid. He wasn't exactly made welcome when he returned in the white of Real.
It was heavy stuff. There was a study that found that the noise levels were higher than any disco in town. Decibels that were capable of splitting your eardrums. When Figo came out with his teammates, it was impossible to hear yourself speak. I think it was one of the hardest moments a sportsman has ever had to endure, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
That Figo match was very unpleasant. The Barca fans were furious that one of their stars had gone to Real Madrid, but what they did was awful. The sad thing was that nobody was punished for what happened. Football should be healthy, clean, but it has always been this way. I don't remember it ever being any different.
But years later, a rare moment of sportsmanship was seen at the Bernabeu Stadium after 2 goals of exceptional quality by Barcelona's Ronaldinho. So good, even Real fans applauded.
Not many players have had a moment quite like that. To get that kind of recognition from a rival like Real Madrid, that was a moment I'll never forget. Something to tell my children and my grandchildren. And I'll keep on working to reach that level again.
It's the week of El Clasico, and expectation levels in Barcelona are at fever pitch. Barca's stars seem to be the subject of every newspaper column, every television report and every radio programme. Coach Frank Rijkaard hopes his array of international stars can shine, while the homegrown players hope to transmit the importance of El Clasico.
I think this is an amazing match. We wait for this one the whole year round. I think that the players know the sporting significance of this match, and above all, we know how much it means to the fans to win it.
The whole week is a feeding frenzy for the media, but is that good for the players involved?
There are times when all of this, the media attention, the newspapers, the interviews, what this player thinks, what the teams are doing. There are times when this takes the edge off the fixture, and we shouldn't let that happen for the public or the teams involved.
So match day finally came in Barcelona, and the fans already surrounding the Camp Nou were relieved to see their Brazilian star Ronaldinho recovered from injury to face the old enemy. They call the rivalry between Madrid and Barcelona the war that never dies, and as ever, passions were running high as kickoff approached. In the early stages, Barca's defence was hesitant, and Ruud van Nistelrooy took full advantage. Going forward, though, Barca were a different proposition. Lionel Messi to make it level. This was more like it for those Barca fans. But once again, a lapse in the home defence gave Madrid an unexpected chance. Guti brought down for a penalty. Up stepped Van Nistelrooy to score again. 2-1 to Real. But the Catalans hit back. And if Ronaldinho can't get you a goal, then someone else probably will. Lionel Messi swept in the rebound, 2-2. Real, though, were far from finished. Sergio Ramos made it 3-2. But ultimately, the night was to belong to the magnificent Lionel Messi, who dug deep for a spectacular equaliser just minutes from time. It ended 3-3, a hat-trick for the Argentine, which earned some generous praise too from the Madrid captain, Raul.
He was on the bench, and he came to congratulate me. He said to me, with those 3 goals, you've shown that you're a great player. Which was a really nice thing for Raul to say.
Barca's season was to end without reward, while Real Madrid landed an unexpected 30th league title.
I think that all the Madridistas can be proud of this team. And let's hope that this is the start of a new era and there'll be more success to come.
But back at Barcelona, there's a much more philosophical take on Madrid's victory. Barca Madrid is, after all, the war that never ends.
Now it's Real Madrid's turn to celebrate and Barca's to commiserate. So now we wait for the next season to start. It's always like this. If one wins, the other loses. One smiles, the other cries. It goes on forever.
This rivalry has existed for years, and it will always be there.
Barcelona need this rivalry, and so do Real Madrid.